What's poppin'? It's your boy Coach Scubar back here with week 10 of the Beast Ball Draft League. The Jellicent Jam this week are going up against Coach Baby of the contrary Chi-Yus, currently sitting at a record of 4-9. Hopping right into the battle here, you can see they've got a very scary, a very fast team in the Wild Bolt roster with me, of a team of Chi-Yu, Walking Wake, Meowscarada, Iron Bundle, Chandelure, and Volbeat on the screen, with the other mons being Thundurus, Therian, Breloom, Clodsire, and Lucario. This week we're running with Iron Boulder, Annihilate, Mouseape, Primarina, Moltres, and Klefki for some screens. Yeah, it's getting into game 1 here. I'm looking at his Mousehold answers, and I kind of just, want to see what he's got and everything, see how Mousehold works into his team and everything. You can see the Bright Powders on the Moltres for the Iron Bundle to miss those Hydro Pumps. It's kind of funny, yeah, exactly. It's just, it's week 10 and everything. Just, I thought I can start trying some stuff. But anyways, we get into the battle here. You can see he leads with Volbeat and Chi, the Prankster Tailwind mode with Bees of Ruin, as I've got my Mouseape out of here. So, I'm like, alright. I can work with this and everything. It's a simple follow me, beat up, Thunder Wave, and taunt. So, taunt's actually going to be really good looking now for this Volbeat, as it can just taunt it and just stop doing what it wants to do. And then this is a more relatively bulky Annihilate for the fact that it's a freaking Beads of Ruin Chi-Yu. So figure just trying to start getting the offense off here. They protect and go for the Sunny D. I guess realizing he doesn't need the speed and everything yet, the Tailwind, so chose instead to get the power up. I like it. And I get just the Drain Punch off into the Protect. So I'm like, alright, nice. Definitely looking at my turn or farm for speed control now, especially as if he goes for Tailwind now or something. And you can see I'm just sitting here because I'm like, he's either, if he just protected and he sees he's gonna Drain Punch, he's either gonna swap or he's gonna Terra. So he swaps the Volbeat out, he's reset the taunt and everything. Out comes the Chandelure. So now Ghost on Ghost here, looking good. He actually reveals the Terra instead, so it's nice just to get this out nice and early. And it is the Terra Ghost, just standard as usual. So if I could have predicted that, I could have beat up Rage Fist, I guess, but I don't know. I guess, actually I should have double checked that, see how much a beat up Rage Fist would have done, like to resist it if it's still dark type. But anyways, here's the next to the Flash Fire Chandelure. I love it. We get the they get the Lava Plume off in the sun, unfortunately burning my Annihilate here, so I'm like, okay, great, yeah, that kind of puts you out of commission. Wondering if next time maybe well, not Terrafire, I'm Terra Dragon, so that still could have worked and everything, my Annihilate here, but again, at this point it's not worth terraing my Annihilate because he's burned. But, yeah, you can see so. They just go for another Protect here and everything, which is fine. This Chandelure is actually looking a little bit scary now. So that's why I decided to Protect with my Annihilate, give myself a turn, just to try to get some speed control off, but it goes off into a Protect. And the Chandelure gets the Heat Wave off in the sun. Mousehold's already broken, so I can sash, so yeah, adios Mousehold. Let's just get you out of here. And let's get the back 2 and clean up and everything. So yeah, so Annihilate's pretty much sitting there doing his job and everything. I'll be honest, you can tell I've had this battle quite some time ago, so I'm kind of again watching it with all you guys, reviewing what happened. I have the general gist of what happened, but yeah, so I bring out Iron Boulder here. It is just a standard booster energy, Source Dance as usual, but this week we went with Psycho Cut instead of the a fighting type coverage. Because, you know, for an example like this, the fighting type coverage is not needed against the Terraghost Chi-Yu. And the psychic coverage just hits with a lot of the other stuff he didn't bring this week. The Beryllium, the Clodsire, and the Lucario. So I reveal my Terra here, the Terra Dragon. Because this resists both the fire, the water, and the grass coming out from his Chi, Meowscarlet walking away. It leaves me weak to the Iron Bundle, yes, but if Iron Bundle wants to come out in front of my Iron Boulder, then it will be that way. So knowing that he's got, his Terra off and everything, I can freely Mighty Cleave into the Chandelure, one-hit KO that, and I get a burn, unboosted Rage Fist off here into the Chi-Yus. They get a Dark Pulse off and everything, so it was a good thing we Terra. We at least make that a resisted hit now. Maybe that's something actually to consider for... is if they're going to Dark type moves. Anyways, out comes out the Volbeat. The taunt, I don't have my taunt anymore, so you can easily Tailwind here to get the speed control. And I'm like, alright. Let's just protect and everything. We'll stall out a turn and everything, and let's get Primarina here, so we don't at least just lose 2 mods in 1 turn, and leave it as a 2v1 versus Primarina. So interesting enough, he just actually goes for the protect in front of the Iron Boulder as well. I guess predicting my protect, or because if I just Mighty Cleave the Chi-Yu there, it would have been gone. But of course, the Rage Fist goes into the protect, so yeah, just to get the Tailwind off now. And actually, neither of my Mons went down, so this is an interesting situation. Again, Sunny Day's still up. I didn't actually check whether it was gonna be Heat Day or not. Not Heat Day, Heat Rock. But I'm just like, alright, let's find out if it's Focus Sash. And I'll just go for the Mighty Cleave if I live with Balboa this turn. I need to make... okay, I make Balboa, especially with 3-hit KO and neutral Dark Pulse. So yeah, so anyways, they go for the knockout onto my Annihilate here. I go, and that is a bulky Volbeat and everything, just to know and everything. To be able to take the super effective Mighty Cleave. That's so they don't reveal whether it's Focus Sash or not, and then they just go for the Dark Pulse KO onto my, or not the lunge actually is enough to pick up my Iron Boulder. So anyways, it's a 3v1 situation here. I got my girl Primarina out, and I'm like, alright, it's not looking too good. He's got 2 turns of Tailwind and 2 turns of Sun. And I'm AV, so I can't, so I can't protect. So I'm like, alright, you know, I'm like, well, we've got the spread moves, we've got the double stab. So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, let's just go for the Dazzling Gleam. They go for the protect on the Chi, which is, you know, it's fine and everything. Goes for a lunge that just tickles me, not a lot of damage. So that's like, okay, actually, you know, we can work through this. So the Bedazzling Gleam goes off, and I pick up the KO onto the Volbeat. So now at least I'm like, alright, at least now bringing it down to a 2v1, but he hasn't revealed what he's brought as the 4th. And it is the Walking Wake. So I'm like, if it's the Meowscarlet, I'm like, it's GG, it's over. If it's the Iron Bundle, it's probably GG, it's over. But it's the Walking Wake, and I'm just like, I can win this knowing I have Aqua Jet. I'm like, I need to live the double up here. So Heat Wave in the Sun, not very effective AV. And the Hydro Steam comes out again, another resisted hit, even though it's boosted by Sun. So we just barely live on 21 HP. AV Primarina is the way to go. Oh, I love this. The Dazzling Gleam picks up the Chi-Yu, and because the Beads of Ruin is on the field, I think that's actually why it does a significant amount of damage to the Walking Awake here. So the Tailwind Peterbird's out, and the Sun goes away, because I'm like, that is now perfect enough. I'm like, let me just get the Aqua Jet off. This is exactly why we run the Aqua Jet, is just to get these last pick kills and everything. And we take game one in a very narrow 1-0. So I'm like, all right, whew. You sweat the brow off. Ariel absolutely cleaned up that game. Was able just to pick off the low targets and then just the Aqua Jet for the KO there. I'm like, all right, that was a little too close for comfort. And I'm like, I need to rethink and everything, because that Chi-Yus did a lot of damage, and Volbeat is now built here to boost it up and everything. So, especially next to that Chandelure as well. The Chandelure, I realize how well synergy the double fire, like especially in the sun, Chandelure, Chi-Yus can do next to each other without walking awake in the back. But see, the thing is the Primarina is what stops the walking awake. So I don't know if he's gonna bring it again and everything. So I'm like, all right, I'm like, that Chi-Yus hurts. I'm like, that special defense hurts. So let's at least try to negate that with the Klefki here, the light clay. It's your standard screens Klefki with Rain Dance. Oh, that's also why I bring Klefki, because I'm like, yeah, it's perfect, because we can Rain Dance now. And then Dazzling Lean on the KO to clean up and everything. I realized the Mouse Ape was just not the answer and everything. The Mouse Ape, like, that could get burned again and everything. Just Chi-Yus got a lot of spread damage. So I'm like, alright, well, let's lead with Moltres this time. Let's change it up. I'm like, we'll go with the other two, but then the same cleanup of Primarina and Iron Boulder in the back. So he changes up the lead. He comes out with the Iron Bundle and the Chi-Yus. So now this is, I'm like, alright, now this is interesting. This is a little bit what I came for with the Bright Powder, Moltres and everything. But, and you see it's Speed Booster Iron Bundles. Nice. So I'm just like, alright, double special attackers, and you know, I'm just like, let's just get the, let's just get the light screen off. And then let's start just, you know, doing damage back to this Iron Bundle. See if we can get a Hydro Miss. We don't. Next to the Cheese in Ruin, that's a one-hit KO. So I don't know yet whether, but if I Terra there, it's a Terra Grass, and then I'm weak to this follow-up. So that's just honestly not worth it and everything. It's even still behind the light screen, a super effective Ruin Chi-Yus takes, like, this is a fully specially defensive 5P, so. I'm just like, alright, out comes Iron Boulder here, and I'm just like, we need to get speed matchup back up and everything, but we do know that Iron Bundle is most likely faster than my Iron Boulder. Here is one of the few paradoxes that can be faster, especially with that speed booster. So, I'm like, alright, don't necessarily want to give this thing the rain, because then also they can just come in and changes to the sun later, so I'm like, alright, we need to protect from the Dark Pulse and the water move here. So out comes the Terra Dragon. Resist the fire, resist the water. And we're neutral versus the dark. Oh, but nice, yeah, actually go for the Thunder Wave. Speed control, gotta love it and everything. Oh, because I'm not running Reflect, that's why, that's right. So because of the Thunder Wave, I'm actually able to get Iron Boulder in front of in front of the the Iron Bundle, and just, yeah, we know it's not Sash, so just the Mighty Cleave's a one-hit KO. They pick up the return KO on the Klefki with the Chi-Yus, but honestly, that's fine and everything, because I still have the threat of the Mighty Cleave here. Out comes Meowscarada, and I am just like, ooh. Another fast boy and everything. And I'm like, versus my Primarina here that I now can't Terra out of and everything. So I was like, ooh, yeah, Primarina is the slowest thing on the field here. That's gonna hurt. And here's the reveal. It's actually Choice Scarf Meowscarada. Because you know what, if it's a boost, if that's how Bundle's gonna outspeed. This is how Meowscarada's gonna outspeed. So Cloud Trick goes off, yeah, that's one hit KO into my Primarina. Iron Boulder just does not pick up the KO and everything. And this is where the Dark Pulse is coming out. I'm looking like, alright, that's a GG, yeah. Like, because especially the Meowscarada, that's a great play and everything. That really does a lot into my team, especially now that, especially since I lost Moltres, because Moltres is one of my best answers in Meowscarada. So the flower trick comes out, and I'm like, let's get information on this Chi-Yu, and here's where we reveal it is the Focus Sash Chi-Yu. I'm like, alright, I like it and everything. When I ran Chi and Pow was always Focus Sash. It's what you just need on these offensive bead mons, or Ruination mons. So the Dark Pulse comes out, picks up the Iron Boulder, and Baby takes game 2 in a much more convincing 3-0. Yeah, it's just Iron Bundle, Chi-Yu, and Meowscarada are just too much, too fast for us to handle, and just Light Screen was just honestly basically useless with the Beads of Ruin up. It just does so much special damage and everything. So I'm like, alright, how do we adjust for game 3 here? What are we doing? And it's honestly a great question. So, and now, due to my opponent leaving for week 11 league and everything, next week's 11, the final week of the league before playoffs, just is a 2-0 forfeit for given to me. So yeah, so that's a nice way, at least, just not a nice way, but just an alright way to end the league and everything. It gave me a nice week break, and actually, which I feel like I actually really did need and really did want to take, especially with it being Easter weekend between when this battle happened and getting this recording out now. So yeah, we're picking back up and everything, getting back ready for playoffs for a lot of the leagues here and everything. So getting back into this match 10 here, I was just thinking about what I want to do. And I realized Primarina has actually been really good just when Meowscarada is not on the screen, and he hasn't led the Meowscarada. If he leads the Iron Bundle, I can deal with that with the Primarina and everything. So I want, like, let me just try to get the screen. I think I do this right, yeah. Then I want Moltres in the back for the Meowscarada later. So I lead the screens this time. Just again, I still don't want Mouseape. Mouseape's a little too slow for this against his fast team with the double spread and everything. So here we are into game 3. It's a best of 1 now. And he actually changes his lead up completely, not leading the Chi-Yu, leading Meowscarada Iron Bundle. And I'm just like, oh, that's not what we want. So, at least seeing that the Chi-Yu is not on the field, this light screen's gonna do more, be more effective. And I'm just like, I see this Flower Trick coming a mile away. Flower Trick, freeze dry, most likely into my Primarina. So I'm like, with the light screen being resisted and a neutral hit, we can at least take this a little bit with Moltres. He goes for the Hydro Pump into the Klefki, which is fine and everything. Flower Trick comes off. Here comes the Choice Scarlet Protean. And that does 20 damage. We love a quad resistant. So, I'm like, alright, nice. So now I can, Thunder Wave the Iron Bundle, and just... he's not going to stay with this Meowscarada versus a Klefki and everything, so I'm like, let's see what he switches out into. I could have Air Slash that spot still, even if it's like the Chandelure or the Chi-Yu. I didn't want a Flamethrower in case if the Chandelure did come in. But I'm like, let's just start getting some damage off on this bundle, because the bundle is a threat here. So we get the paralysis off and everything, and as he switches out into the Chandelure. So the Beads of Ruin is not up as nice. And here's the Bright Powder in the game 3, the Bright Powder. We missed the Hydro Pump. They missed the Hydro Pump and everything. Interesting to reveal that it's still faster, even when it is paralyzed, than my Moltres. So that's actually something interesting to know and everything. Because I'm a 100, so I need to put more speed into my Moltres. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so because I know the Hydro Pump's coming out now, and I don't want to risk necessarily another Right Powder mix. Yeah, they just go for the Hydro Pump right into my Primarina, and out comes a Heat Wave, you know, so here's just the AV Primarina just coming into play. The left key picks up KO onto the Iron Bundle, and we just get a little bit of chip damage off into the Chandelure, so I'm like, nice. Oh, yeah, so I'm like, well, Al is going to come back out the Meowscarada here. And it's the same thing, I can just switch, I can just now switch back out into my Moltres if I need to. But now I'm just thinking about what to do here, and I make such a rookie mistake. It's because of Prankster, Meowscarada is still a Dark type. It hasn't Proteined yet, so I can't Thunder Wave it yet. So I was like, in third down, it's just going to go down to the left key here and everything. And now that the Chandelure's on the field, I didn't necessarily want to set up the Rain Dance, weakening my Moltres as well, because I could be going for Flamethrowers into the Meowscarada. Flower Trick comes off, Heat Wave comes out again, just double resisted hits. But, you know, the Clef Key goes down, I'm like, you know what, that's alright. Clef Key, you did your job, screens up and everything, and Moltres is just taking these resisted hits. Again, so now knowing it's locked into Flower Trick, the Choice Scarf Meowscarada. Yeah, Albron's Iron Boulder, same thing, you know the deal. We resisted both of these stabs and everything. I go for the Terra here, and then I'm like, you know, we can actually go for the Tailwind to actually get this speed control back in our game favor and everything, versus this Meowscarada. Yeah, so out comes my Terra here, Terra Dragon, onto the Iron Boulder. Out comes a Terra from BBDL as well. Seeing what it is. Onto the Chandelure here. Terra Grass. Okay, so it works well with the Flash Fire and everything, so it removes one of its weaknesses. But now you're just resisting the Mighty Cleave, so that's fine. Flower Trick comes out, does a decent amount of damage with that for him. But yeah, so you get the Iron Cleave off into the just neutral Chandelure now. Citrus Berry, and it does look bulky and everything, so that's good to know. So at least Air Slash is looking really good now too. Onto both of these. I just go for the Shadow Ball into the Moltres with the light screen. See, without the Beads of Ruin on the field, the light screen is looking a lot better this game. You can see how much more value we've been getting out of it and everything. So I'm like, alright, it's time to. I'm like, I think an Air Slash can pick up the Chandelure as long as it hits and everything. So I'm like, so then this just gets him, you know, Mighty Cleave is still stronger than a single cut on a resistant Meowscarada, or not a neutral Meowscarada. We get the crit. I'm pretty sure that crit mattered, but that's just awesome. Good job, Meowscarada. We get a double critical hit. That's actually really unfortunate. I don't think the second crit mattered, but the crit onto Meowscarada probably mattered and everything. But again, it's just locked into Flower Trick. So what's it gonna do? Who's gonna Flower Trick my Iron Boulder? Get like another 5th off and everything. But out comes the final mon, the Choice Scarf not the Choice Scarf, the Focus Sash Chi-Yus. As I've got the speed control and everything. So just so I don't miss the Air Slash and everything, I just go for the Flamethrower. Because you can't Terra and everything, since he already Terra grasped the Chandelure, so no. The Mighty Cleave will bring it down to the Focus Sash. You finish off the one final HG of the Chi-Yus. And we take the set in a very close 2-1 and everything. And take game 3 here, 3-0 to finish the set 2-1. So, Yeah, great set. GG's to Coach Baby and the contrary Chi-Yus. Um, I think you guys had a great season and everything, and I'm looking forward to playing you in playoffs now. As like I said, yeah, due to our opponent's forfeit for next week, we end the league first in the Wild Bolt division, first in the Wild Bolt conference at a record of 11-0, undefeated. So we have a bye in the first weeks of playoff, which is another reason I've been getting some time to record this video. And we are actually up against, going through the bracket wise and everything, a rematch of this Coach Baby and the contrary Chi-Yus as the number 6 seed. Yeah, so that's exciting. Nice. We just had this great close set, and you know what? And we're running it back. As they Coach Baby 2-0'd Coach Spoods in the first round of playoffs. So yeah, that should be fun and everything. Time to get right back on the bandwagon for this and everything. Again, just GG's great set to Coach Baby and the contrary Chi-Yus. Yeah, I'll be back with my first round of playoffs with right versus this same team again. So yeah, Coach Scubar, the Jellicent Jams, Peaceball Season 3, over and out.